What's up? Hello, fellow humans, Planet Earth. How are we all doing on this glorious video gaming day? Hello, Jay Stopheles. What's up? How are you doing? I just got these delivered from Jason Dualis' Schedule 1. Jay said that these are really good for me and that I should take them on stream. So, I don't even know how he had them made, but. Wow. Really, yeah, they had a really tangy, salty taste to them. Kind of reminded me of like it feels like it tastes like a little bit like horse meat. Huh. Interesting. They're really good if you fill with only the finest horse semen. No, Christopheles. Say it ain't so, man. Say it ain't so. Sounds like a scam. What's up, Laconiac? Hello. Load game. Oops. Leave me to that. Ah, leave. This is spoilers. Alex! Hydration check. 1 second, I need to say hello to Lux first. Hi! Hei, gamle mor. Har du kommet opp her for å prate med meg og slappe av med meg? Hæ? Det var godt da du var på puffen, men du kan jo komme opp i senga du også. Du får lov til det. Jo, jeg liker det, ja. Jeg liker å komme med sånn med alle vant med, tror jeg. Ja. Men du er flink jente. Hæ? Åh, flink jente. Sus for sus. Ja, det der. Sus for sus. Quid pro sus. Du er flink jente. Thank you for a relationship with cognac. I kind of want like a little bit of like sunlight coming into my room, but the problem is that like right now we don't have like the good type of sunlight. We have like the glaring white awful type of sunlight. All right. For people that were not here last time, we just started Disco Elysium. You haven't necessarily missed much, though. I can already tell that this is one of those like kind of confusing narrative games where it's like if you miss 35 minutes, you're gonna be like, what the hell is going on here? But I figured I'd go through these again to recap a little bit for other people and for myself as well. Do you also have a second picture-in-picture button now where the theater button used to be? Drives me insane. What, on Twitch? Or on mobile? Website, let me go take a gander. They might not have rolled it out yet. I have a reset player button, I have theater mode. Yeah, I don't have any second picture-in-picture button. This. Here, let me, I'll bring it up on stream. Yeah, wait, alright, what's up? Oh, what's up? I misclicked the stupid new button at least 3 times. I don't know if this is some secret new feature that they are experimenting with and so rolling out. I guess I should go detail. Oh. Read more. Oh. Well, I don't even have the first picture-in-picture button. How that looks. Oh, the first pip is from FFC and the second from Better Twitch TV. So in case, since we can blame Better Twitch TV so far. Oh, I don't have that enabled, but Firefox has like an automatic picture-in-picture thing, so that's what I use. And I will walk 5,000 miles, and I will walk 5,000 more. Okay, TLDR. I'll have to look into those add-ons. There might be something that you like. You might just enable the setting, and you can just go disable it. We are a man without a name. We are the nameless man. We woke up and apparently we were sent here to investigate a murder, which we presumably have not done any work on at all. The assumption is that we've been here for a little while at least. Not entirely sure how long we've been here, but at least we were here for long enough to make that one cafeteria or hotel worker's life a living hell. So we've accomplished that much at least, that much we can be proud of.
Any bags?
No.
Bald.
Thank you so much, Jay Stofflees, for your subscription for 62 months. Reno, Smash-Pichado, Mikado, Minado, and Potato. Welcome back to the bag, buddy, and all of your incredible emojiconies. I've forgotten to thank people for subs like twice or 3 times now, so. When we woke up, we were missing all our stuff, including our gun and our badge, which we presumably should have had. We ran into our partner. Thank you. Oh.
Any bags?
No.
Hello, Twitch.television streamer Endaline. It is I, Voodoo, generously gifting you my Twitch.television Prime subscription to let you know I am still alive. I survived my latest encounter with the Yakuza after they obtained some black materia and did some wacky stuff. I shall be lurking for another playthrough to avoid spoilers, but I must acknowledge your objectively correct opinion, as I too would like the voice of the smitten in my head if I developed schizophrenia 20.
Schizophrenia? Schizophrenia? What's up, dude? Thank you so much for the subscription for 31 monthly Reno, but and Potato. Welcome back to the bag, buddy, and all of your incredible emojicons. Black materia is some kind of fun fancy reference, or just materia for a blackmail. I don't think we need to ask any more questions on it. So I think it was very, very, very clear. I mean, it's a Yakuza game. I mean, you know, I feel like that message was very clear. And also, I'm glad that you agree with me that the Smitten's voice is the best by far. Don't be fair. I feel like having that voice in your head would be I didn't have any more characters left. I feel like that voice would also be. I mean, if I had to choose a voice, that would probably be the voice. But also, can you imagine every time you saw someone that you're attracted to? Narrator, I step forwards and kiss them. Like, no, don't do that, don't do that. Like, the narrator's like, there's a puddle in the way. You see the person you love the most, and there's a puddle in the way. Narrator, I jump into the puddle and lie down so they may step over me. Yeah, thank you so much. Is your Slay the Princess playthrough available anywhere? Do you like on YouTube or something? on Twitch. I really want to watch other people play that game now. I really, really want to watch other people play it. Fuck. I have both of us on YouTube. Nice. I will take a gander. I will take a little bit of a look at it. Look. At level 5, there's a hype train emote of a goose hitting the gritty. Oh, we have a hype train. Oh my goodness. Level 5, a goose hitting the gritty. Oh yeah, I know a lot of people have this emote. Do I have it? No, I don't. I've seen some people that have the emote though. I don't know who. Is it like Dualius maybe? Narrator! That's apparently a goose hitting the gritty. I can see it when I go into the thing. If you get a level 111 hype train, you can get the "Should I Celebrate" emote.
Any bags?
Yo!
No.
Yazlar gifted a tier 1 subscription to Omnidongle.
Thank you so much, Jaysoflis, for your subscription to Omnidongle. Level 1 emote suck. Honestly, looking at this, I feel like I really like the level 25 emotes. I think we should go for that, guys. Guys, can someone gift 300 subs real quick? Anyone? Anyone out there just a quick 300 sub gift? It would really mean a lot to me if it was like really quickly, just like whoop whoop whoop, you know. All right. Anyway, I'm recapping. I'm doing a recap, everyone. I'm trying to recap for my brain and for your guys' brains. Definitely not limit. Okay, we encountered Kim, who seems to have been sent here to like. It feels like he's here to like keep us on track a little bit. Like Kim feels very reluctant to really explain the situation to us. But he also seems a little bit very patient, I guess. Like he's patient with the fact that I seem like a bumbling moron who has no idea what's going on. And we were essentially told that there's a dead guy in the back of that place we were in that's been sorry. That's been hanging there for a while. This dude has apparently just been chilling back there for like over a week at least. Bless you. No, bless you. Bless you. This guy's just been hanging out there for over a week or something. We went back there. There's a kid there. Oh, we are from the RCM? Something like that? Yeah, RCM. We're from the RCM, which is like the Roach Citizen Militia or something. I forgot what the place we're in is called, but... Correct copy of the city map, RCM. There was a kid back there. The kid was like really rude to us, and there's an interesting thing in the game where it feels like people have a deep respect for the like a respect or fear of the RCM, because sorry, Twitch just did a gambling thing about my chat where it showed me the emails and it went through them like a slot machine. There's no god on this green earth that could help this goblin. Some people seem to have like I showed up here and I just did. It seems like I just did whatever I wanted and no one stopped me. Like no one dared to stop me. And also talking to people, it feels like there's a general fear or respect for the RCM, I guess. Though we don't really have any details on why that is. We found this body. The body seemed to have been strangled or killed and then hung into the tree. It was still wearing some like super magical boots of like ceramic armor or some crap like that, which I was told by my brain not to take. So maybe I should have done it, because now I know that my brain is not a perfectly functioning being. Oh yeah, then we couldn't cut the body down ourselves. We need to cut it down, and we were told Kim told us that we could get the harbor people to do it. So we went over here to the harbor, but there's like a strike going on. There's some scabs trying to get inside, and we were essentially told to just like, hey, just go up here and pull the lever and head on back, and we would be fine. Oh yeah, we called into the station, and I guess we called into the RCM station, and everyone there was just making fun of us and calling us a moron. Basically, they're just like, "Who is this dumb a-hole?" But then we heard like a sixth sense. We had like a vision, like a dream vision, where the dude that's like our partner, I guess. And I also don't know why our partner isn't here, but our partner basically said that we just wanted everything to be over. Like we were just ready to give up. Because our guy has like gig amnesia. This dude is like the amnesia boss, basically. So let's look at this. So we discovered zero number of the victim's ceramic armor boots. Run their numbers. We did that. We have to wait until the morning. We can ask Kim about the case, but that's in the evening, I believe. Oh no! Oh, that's here. Oh. Oh, okay, we should do that. Hype chest, open. Chair. Choo-choo! The hangman's armor seemed to be missing. Find out what happened to it. The kid throwing rocks at the course seems to be a good place to start. Ask him about the body first. Ask Kuno, the kid throwing rock, what he knows. Oh. I thought I already exhausted all the options with Kuno. Access the harbor and ask ever clear for help. Yes, we just wanted to cut the body down. This is the end of the debriefing. We need to pay. Oh, ask station for additional funds. Oh, I don't want to do that. Yeah, we have to pay for the. We need to pay for the damages we caused in the tavern. Track down our badge. We lost our badge, and I don't think we have any idea where it is. You have a photo of the hangman's tattoos. Maybe someone can decipher them, what they mean. The tattoos, I think we interpreted that looked like a constellation or something like that. I wanted the sunglasses one. Well, hey, I mean, there's always high print too, Jace. We found out that so someone reported the hanging. We talked to Sylvie, who we thought reported it, but she seemed very reluctant to talk about it. Like she was like very reluctant to talk about it. She was like, oh, she was like, well, I didn't want to be like the snitch or whatever. We have to find a song to play in the karaoke. You have no idea where you are. Lena encouraged you to ask others to explain the world to you in great detail. Perhaps try a rich person. Rich people are educated. Now we have to track down our gun. Alright. Let's go. Let me speak to Kim and then let me run back to Funeral real quick before I do anything else.
Yes?
Tell me about the case.
What do you want to know?
Would you say this is a mysterious case?
No, it's not a particularly mysterious case.
Why not?
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
Super unnatural. White male in his 40s, what more do you need? Oh, there's also a bunch of like racism and slurs and things. I was thinking something otherworldly might be involved, you know, something supernatural.
I can assure nothing like that will happen. Do you know why not?
Why not?
Because it's not part of reality.
There's something the lieutenant isn't seeing. The universe is too irrational, too morally complex. You should convince him.
I should convince him. If you're from different precincts, why are we on the same case?
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
His disdain is clear. This man would not use such an expression otherwise.
What do you mean?
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
You know what I'm in on? Retrograde amnesia.
Better still than an imbecilic cop-off.
Cop off? Tell me about it.
What's there to say? It's just stupidity.
What kind of stupidity?
The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to its natural conclusion.
Ah, so this is a struggle over who runs Martinez.
Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words. I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest, with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
So, he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary.
So you volunteered to spoil it?
Yes, I am an unrepentant spoil sport.
What's special about Martinez?
Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist.
I wonder what this says about me, that I was sent by my station. He raised an eyebrow, thinking it's best to let you make the next move. Don't be scared, but I think I might have supernatural abilities.
He opens one hand and looks at it. A moment passes.
Which school do you subscribe to?
Aero Cop.
Mambo or Jumbo?
Wait, which one is the one where you hear your Thai talking to you?
Mental illness.
Because I have that.
So, the 41st precinct sent you because you are the most mentally ill out of all the officers at your station?
True. I don't know. I don't remember any of the other officers.
Of course.
Okay, enough of the competition then. Tell me something else.
Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned
Secret
it.
task complete.
He's actually glad it's addressed now.
Logic, formidable. This is why checking may retry it. And I put his logic. Convince Kim there's a sexy, dark mystery twist in the case. Man, I wish I had a hero point here. For sure.
What if you
Nice.
did it?
Did what? The Hanged Man?
Yes, you killed him. And then, as part of the plan, you drowned out the memory. Maybe this is why your chest feels so hollow. You did an awful thing. And you can't even bring yourself to acknowledge it. Are you sure you would have the strength to take down a hardened mercenary? You're not in the best shape.
Dude, I'm succeeding every goddamn check here. I mean, listen, I succeed on the checks, and so I'm gonna go for the option. Kim, I think I may be the murderer. I killed the man and then I tricked myself into forgetting about it.
And what has led you to this conclusion?
My chest feels hollow like I did something terrible.
That is a common side effect of overindulgence. It will pass.
You're saying I didn't kill him?
I find that highly unlikely. It's not unusual for detectives to feel complicit in a crime until the perpetrator is apprehended, especially when the investigation is dragging. So let's get back to it, shall we?
I kind of want to try this, but on the other hand, if I try it, I might lose morale, right? I don't know how you can tell if you lose morale or not from a check. Why did the 41st send me? So we have a plus 4 total here. It's a DC 13, so we need a 9 or higher, so slightly above average.
Because you're the best qualified? No, that doesn't seem right.
Dumb brain, I'm good for nothing.
You look dumb if you keep the lieutenant waiting for too long.
What do you want to know?
Literally anything about it. I can't remember a single thing.
Ah, yes. The case brief you missed. Now I remember.
Brief, yeah, that sounds good.
3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies
Oh,
desk
nice.
received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
I wonder if we were here before all this, because it doesn't seem like the timeline would add up otherwise, right? Like, if the call came in 3 days ago, Kim just got here, but it feels like we've been here for a while at least. I mean, we managed to lose all our stuff, and we managed to make that woman's life a living hell to the point where she quit her job. Wait, does the briefing say who the victim was?
A security guard or worker of some sort, hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth.
Why didn't we know anything about the caller?
They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
Why hide themselves?
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
Yeah, Dualius. I knew I'd seen that email somewhere. I told Jace. I was like, I think Dualius has it. I didn't know it was a super rare level 5 emote though. Okay, so this answers some of our earlier questions. So the union kind of runs this place, and they don't want the involvement of the RCM. Hold on, and the RCM is?
That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. We're the police in this city.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizen Militia, is the police force you and him are part of. A self-organized peace corps of the occupied city of Revachol. The RCM operates within a legal twilight, yet its authority is rarely questioned. It's super useful to know this.
I wonder if I had like I wonder if there's like a bunch of information I could have gotten plus what I've already gotten if I just had every point in Encyclopedia. One second. Let me just make this perfectly clear. Our job here is to find the killer.
That's right.
Nice. Can we go over the preliminary info again?
You mean like a brief? There's
Oh,
no
wait,
reason to wing anything. 3 days ago, during that time, the
Mega
victim
cool.
had been stripped of
I've
his...
heard
Okay
enough.
then. Was there anything else? Good.
I want to talk about you.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
We'll work better together if we have some more rapport. What is that? Binoclard? Is that a real word? Binoclard. It's a French word, I think. Definition? The definition is in French. Specky? We'll work better together if we have more rapport.
That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
You ever talk to yourself with yourself?
What do you mean?
You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have conversations with, like, your brain?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You're saying your brain never just chimes in with advice or warnings or anything?
I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think, I just use my notebook.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. That's where his conversations with himself take place.
You're wearing glasses.
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
This is a legendary check. And if I succeed at this, what I do is I bully him for wearing glasses. At high level, physical instrument breaks doors, chains, and bolts, and it makes you laugh at the namby-pansies who can't. You'll be manned up, encouraged others to curl iron until they're manned up too. At all levels, however, you'll have a hard time arresting anyone who isn't infirm or already dead. Indeed, engaging in physical confrontations could leave you in either stage. Uh-oh. No, I don't. Glasses are cool, I guess.
Are they? They're mostly just cumbersome.
You could use a good, normal pair yourself.
Wow. You don't look like other people around here.
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic.
What is Seoul?
It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity, and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-Isolari state west of the Insulindian Isola. Actually, it's quite interesting. Some would even say mysterious.
You're only making it sound uninteresting. I still want to know more about Seoul.
You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Revacholier.
He's just most proud of these things.
He's glad to have shut down your question.
Tell me about yourself. What you say?
No.
The town narrows a single eyebrow. He narrows a eyebrow? Like this? How do you narrow an eyebrow? What does that even mean? Narrows an eyebrow? Like, it does this, but it does this with one eyebrow, I guess? I know how to, like, narrow your eyes. Ask again.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow. The eyebrow is exercising psionic control over you.
Oh, man. Urge you to be a good guy, to listen to yourself. It enables you to resist temptation, be it in the bottle between the pair of legs, or at the end of an iron barrel which promises oblivion. Violation gives you the will to finish the investigation, improves your morale, one of the two health pools in the game. At high levels, Violation makes you hyper sane. When you're about to get funky, it keeps you normal. It's a bit of a party pooper. At low levels, however, you'll have little morale. Without it, you'll be a profoundly unstable cop, falling apart at the seams as you make your irreversible mistakes. What's happening to me?
Something the matter, detective?
This guy's got authority off the charts. With just the flick of his eyebrow, he's able to make you his thrall.
So what can I do about it?
Nothing. You better hope he doesn't abuse his authority. There's a lot of it.
Accept your thraldom. Accepted your thraldom.
The
Nice.
lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
Why did the music get so loud? That's all for now.
Good. Let's change the subject.
You seem to be following me.
Excuse me?
Nothing, just an observation.
You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide.
What do you mean distinctive?
I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically.
How's that?
They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
You're kidding me. Why containers?
I don't know. Containers contain, I guess. I'm making assumptions. We should move on.
Passing along frivolous interdepartmental stereotypes is not usually his oeuvre. He regrets bringing it up.
Let's get back to the logic to open this, okay, so we gotta become more logical before we can try that again. And I will walk 5,000 miles, and I will walk 5,000 more. The game is telling me to ask my precinct for money, so maybe I should just do it. I just feel like the music is way louder than it was before, though. I mean, I like the music, it just...
Fuck, does Kuno care?
Figure out what's going on with this kid. Oh, wait, I can try it again?
It's not Kuno. It's Kuno S.
Interesting. How?
Kuno S is by far the worst of the two. Kuno has no problem being near you, but the other hides behind the fence, afraid for her life, like she's done something very bad. She came up with that psychopathic scheme of screaming for help before. Kuno just wanted to talk to you about his name. Kuno S was the one who wound him up and directed him. Also, Kuno hasn't stopped talking to you, even enjoys it from time to time. When you talk to the other one, it's like talking to a cornered animal. She only hisses. All in all, Kuno respects madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front. You must win yourself a few minutes with him alone.
Act on it and try to separate them. Kuno.
fuck you whispering about?
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens.
Fuck you whispering about!
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
Oh boy. Ooh, I'm glad she's out of our hair. She's fucked up.
She's not fucked up.
Oh.
Everyone's fucked up. Stop judging shit.
Wrong move.
Oh.
But he's whispering still. You haven't lost him. Just don't mess up again.
What's up
Or
with
you
her?
will.
She's
There are
terrifying.
no guarantees here.
Crazy scary.
Crazy? You don't know the half of it. She's not crazy. She's insane. Dangerous. She's smoked a man. She's done people in. Probably even pigs.
Stop talking to him! Kuno, I'm fucking warning you! You're gonna get us into shit!
She understands what you're trying to do.
Yo, see? Did Kuno not tell ya? Kuno told ya. Kuno talks to whoever he wants. Talk, pig. Kuno's got it under control.
You did it. They're separated. He's even turned his back to her, so she can't read his lips.
What do you mean she smoked someone?
Kuno means she killed someone. That's right. She's a killer. Like, actually a killer.
Really? Isn't she too small to overpower someone?
Are you getting this? You think I'm fucking telling you a joke here? How hard do you think it is to kill a fat ass? Sweet talk him, then knife him. She's probably killed a pig too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has.
Okay, how many cops has she killed then?
Forget Kuno said that. Kuno was just shitting. Kuno was just running his mouth. Kuno's stupid like that.
The creature peers at you both from over the fence.
The creature.
There is something searching in her eyes.
You think she has anything to do with the dead man?
Yeah, she would have liked to fuck him up, but she didn't. Kuno wasn't around, and C was with Kuno.
Where were you?
Look, Kuno's gonna put you at ease. We didn't do it.
He speaks the truth, my liege.
Drama? Let's look at drama. High levels drama may render you an insufferable thespian, one prone to hysterics and bouts of paranoia. For one to know the world is a stage, is to know the truth. For to know the world is a stage, is to know that truth is a vanity. However, with low drama you cannot lie or discern when others lie, and a cop who can't do either is a cop who's soon going to be lying 6 feet under. It feels like they make it so every skill is something you need to be a cop. Hei, Logan. Holla. Hvordan går det, gammel? Hvordan går det, gamle mann? Halla på deg. Logan's here, everyone. And Logan walked 5,000 miles and he would walk 500 more. This would be the Logan. Takk. Det funker ut. Jeg gir deg sus. Nei, jeg skal gi deg sus. Hatt en bra dag i dag. Du var ikke oppe da jeg våkna i dag, av en eller annen grunn. Hadde bedre ting å gjøre, kanskje? Enn å ligge og sove med meg? Hæ? Du tenkte, nei, den dropper vi, tenkte du. Det trenger vi ikke gjøre, tenkte du. Det er flink ut. Du er flink i dagen. Jeg er glad i deg. Jeg er veldig glad i deg. Ja. You said she's insane?
Yeah, she's psycho. None of that kiddie psycho, cat burning shit. She does the real deal.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What's the real deal?
Snuff radio shit. Believe me, pig, you don't want to know.
What's up with that language she uses? I don't know how to say these words, but...
Fuck knows. She says it's the song of her people or some shit.
What people?
Crazy people. The fucking Nakis. I don't know.
Sounds boreal, like something from the tundra and tiger-covered cutler, Isola. Far, far away from here. As far as possible, really.
Alright. 1 second, let's make sure. Let's look into Logan's ears real quick. Logan kjappa. Jeg må se pausesene. Så litt. Knapp øresjekk. Øresjekk godkjent. Godkjent. Du fikk godkjent på øresjekken. Check it. Do they have red-haired people there?
You mean evil little red-haired people like her? Yes, they do. The Suruese have that ginger gene.
You know, could she be Suruese?
Suruese? Like that man from Helmdall shit? She could be. She could be that Helmdall shit.
The kid lights up.
Revelshot does have a small Suruese community. Or she climbed into a Yakberry crate and was shipped over accidentally.
Debatron, welcome in. How are you doing? Thank you so much for the video gaming raid. Everyone, please go push the button above the chat to give Debatron a follow. Oh, is that Bulbasaur, dude? If there was ever some sort of competition between friends where you wanted to guess who the most popular Pokemons are according to various sources, I feel like choosing Bulbasaur would be a really strong choice. Personally, I don't know about you, but I would 100% put Bulbasaur on that list. What a strong pointing action. I'm very good at pointing. Can you use that button to unfollow Deb? I don't know. I wouldn't even try. But hello, Koodles. Bulbasaur is a no-brainer pick. Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like that. What's up, everyone? How was your Fields of Mistral stream? Your final stream, I believe. Forever, I think you said. I think you said, once this stream is over, that's it for Fields of Mistral permanently, right? Or did I misremember that? The clip player broke. Yeah, no, the clip players are just broken permanently, I think. I'm gonna wait until Mortis has a working clip player, then I'll look into it. If Mortis doesn't have one, then I'm just gonna assume they don't work, generally speaking. It was good. I passed out on my second last night. I'll be retiring it from stream and grinding it out in my own time. That's nice. I hope you had a fantastic time. Welcome in, everyone. Endaline here, video broadcaster. Currently doing our Disco Elysium playthrough, which we started on Thursday. We're not so far into the game that if you haven't seen anything, you'll be giga confused. But we are far enough into the game that some things have happened, I guess. Yeah, thank you so much for raid. Hope everyone has a fantastic day. Is she your sister?
Fuck no, she's not my sister. She's just a stray who got in, like a mad dog or some shit.
Stray?
Yeah, she was just there.
He points at the apartment building behind the fence.
What was that, Kuno?
The little one twists her neck looking at the building.
She was in the hallway, dripping wet, by the fucking shoe rack, in the dark.
What is the summary of this game in one sentence? Amnesiatic police officer investigates communist murder. And to do I guess I can do a quicker recap. Basically, we are a police officer who woke up without any memory of what has happened, and we're here to investigate a murder that has happened, and that's kind of where we're at. Oh wow, I don't know what I was expecting. Yeah. Why was she dripping wet? And essentially, a lot of this game so far is just me having conversations with my own brain, basically.
Kuno's got no fucking idea. Her hair was all wet. I think she pissed on the floor too. She was there for 3 days, in the corner, every time Kuno went out.
You said she got in. How?
I don't know. Someone left the door open. Kuno comes home and she's sleeping under the desk, under the pile of clothes, like a dog.
What about your parents?
Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see her there, or thinks it's fucking Kuno. Shit's all on Kuno.
Kuno S, two of a kind.
Why she called Kuno S then?
'Cause she fucking looks like Kuno.
That was my brain, by the way. This was my brain talking to me. You don't know her name?
No one knows her name. Kuno told you, this shit was Psycho Killer.
How are you dealing with all this?
How's Kuno dealing? Kuno's dealing just fine. He doesn't need you fucking with any of it. C doesn't either. Kuno's got this shit under control.
Okay, kid.
No, it's not okay. C is Kuno's go-to. Kuno's protecting her. You fuck with C. You fuck with Kuno. You threaten her. You threaten to take her away.
This is what it all comes down to. He needs you to take him seriously now.
I'm going to kill you. I'll run when you put the cuffs on her, sneak up on you later, and fuck you up. You understand?
The boy looks you in the eye, black pupils trying to focus. Who are you kidding, kid? You can't take down a man several times your size. You'll end up dead yourself. I can respect that.
Alright. Now we can do business.
Business?
Yeah? What do you want? Kuno can hook you up with...
He starts no longer whispering.
Don't hook him up with shit, Kuno.
See? Relax. He respects the Kuno. Kuno made him respect the Kuno. You respect the Kuno, you get all kinds of shit. Kuno's gonna get you hooked on illegal narcotics if you run a little errand for the Kuno. Get you hooked, pig. Get his hook in you. Then Kuno gonna get you hooking for more. Cash in big style. Pig hooker.
The hell? What?
That's right. Kuno's a candy store for pigs now. Get ready to be rewarded.
What was that about running you an errand and illegal narcotics, Kuno?
Kuno gets it from his dad. Kuno and his dad are major suppliers. That's where Kuno gets his lightning on.
His eyes bulge, their veins reaching out like tree branches.
Problem is, Kuno and his dad had a little falling out. Now junkies clawing at Kuno's door. Streets going mad. Kuno's got to throw his dirty popo man at it.
Okay.
Dirty popo man is you. In there is Kuno's violent dad on steroids. Kuno's dad does steroids and speed. If you can take him, you can have half of the speed.
Who's your dad, Kuno?
Kuno's dad is a fucking monster. He's the most violent man in Revachol. He doesn't give a shit about a single thing. He drinks too.
Are you sure you can take on the most violent man in Revachol? In your condition?
How much material are we talking about?
Like half.
Half of what?
A baggie, but like in this vial.
But that's not very much material at all.
Fuck you talking about half a G? This shit is giant, grade A shit. So clean you can barely see it.
You can barely see it because there's barely any.
My visual calculus. What the hell is visual calculus? High-level vision calculus makes the world reveal its secrets to you, but you may be so absorbed by your own mind diorama you don't notice as crooks steal your pants. However, at lower levels, your mind's eye will be blind. Okay. Oh, this is almost done. Oh, we have a little skeleton. Bonuses from thoughts. I made up my mind, Kuno, and this is what is going to happen.
Okay. Kuno's listening.
I'm going in there for justice. I'm a narc, Kuno. I'm going to confiscate that crap. I'm going in there for justice. I'm a narc, Kuno. I'm going to confiscate that crap. Lie. You need speed. I'm going in there, but not for the speed. I'm going after the most violent man in Revachol.
Sure, whatever. If you survive, make sure to bring that shit back to Kuno. Kuno's almost out. You wouldn't like the Kuno when he's out. Kuno's violent dad's got Kuno's key. So you need to fuck your way in there. Go to the pier side, bang on the door till the cleaning gimp lets you in. That's how Kuno does it. Then you go to room 12 and kick down the door, police violence style. That's what Kuno does. And then it's action time. You're locked in the room with violent fuckhead. That's it. Next time Kuno sees you, you better have his shit.
What the hell are you signing us up for here?
I'm gonna kill Kuno's dad. Police violence. Split a kilo with Kuno. I'm going to kill Kuno's dad.
Cool. No, really. Rock and roll.
The fuck do you want? Good call, pig. Kuno doesn't...
Lonesome, long way home. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead, to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then, past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox, 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
Learning cap for perception raised to 5. Speed gives 1 sigh. I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but it's only me and I walk alone. So I don't have to kill Kuno's dad, but I can. There's an option.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Some great tectonic force has cracked the pavement like an eggshell.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Oh, thank you, Tutorial Agent.
This Post Lavantorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front.
Good mail delivery box. Pat the box.
box seems happy. Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also.
Mail collection box, you should man the fuck up.
The mailbox does not know how to man up. It is an inanimate object.
This book has a rose and a pistol and half a naked dame on its cover. On the cover stands a very muscular man surrounded by flames. I don't know if this book should just be out here in the snow, but I guess... This book is about pate. A book about bio-dario culture. It promotes freedom and roaming upstream. Book about the future. The government reads your mind using radio technology. That makes sense.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
I'm the law.
I know, sir.
She stomps her feet to feel warmer.
Yes, people get that you are the law. You really don't have to keep saying it.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
What kind of store is this anyway?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
Okay, that was a hard test. What is a book?
That is a book. They have stories inside them. It's like someone told you a story in a really long letter.
What is a postcard?
A postcard is a small cardboard picture.
What was that check?
You can write a few words on the other side and send it to your friend or beloved.
What was that DC-12 check there?
She is unfazed by your questions. She would consider it impolite to point out any perceived weirdness.
What's a board game?
Board games are like little games on a table, made to pass the time. There are several different ones, but sailors here mostly buy cards.
Uses response from Encyclopedia. Interesting, thanks.
My pleasure. Anything else you'd like to know?
Hey, a skill point. I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. I like conceptualization, so maybe I should grab a point in that. That's a fun one. Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What is your name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock.
The girl gazed at the window, then suddenly jolts her eyes wide as if you're calling something.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
You're standing out here in the cold because...
I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance and biographies of famous people.
A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling. But she's cold.
You're cold. Can I help you in some way?
Kind of you to offer, sir.
What could you do to help her anyway?
Such a good troop you are already learning the value of hard work. I could help by brutally dismantling the free market.
Thank you, sir. I'm glad to help Mum out with the store.
She doesn't seem to understand what you said. Shouldn't you be in school or something?
I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
School is stupid. You're lucky not to be there.
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
Oh. How's the business going?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders.
Cursed in what way?
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go
She looks for the right word. Ass up.
I wouldn't really say it like that, but I guess so.
This sounds rather serious. I should probably look into this. Narrow your eyes and look through the creaking boards on the window.
We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case, but I don't see much more to look into here.
Yes, please do look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games you asked about are also there, sir.
What do you know about the other failed businesses?
Nothing really, sir. Mum doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. I don't really know what's there.
How does this curse manifest itself?
It does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were talking about whether it's appropriate to stand out in the freezing weather.
What came the plasmic manifestations?
No such thing.
The lieutenant stands at your side, stern and serious.
Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir?
Stroke your chin. Enough about the curse, for now.
Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead.
Annette looks at your shaved, prickly chin. It's distinctly contrasts with the oily mutton shops that surround it. What is this crime business?
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Wait, no, not crime, fiction. I need to know about what crime is. It's that bad. Point to your head.
Crime is a deviation from the law, punishable by either a civil or criminal sentencing. It's what the law prevents.
Why would I want to read about crime?
It's exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine dangerous things, and it's kind of like a puzzle, where you can guess who the criminal is, or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I'm a policeman myself, by the way. The law, as I said.
You don't look much like a policeman.
Ah, well, what does a cop look like then?
Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
He points to the book cover on which you see a strapping Vespertine officer. He stands grimly over the body of a dead woman. Wow, look at the guy. I'll never be as good as Mullen. I used to be exactly like that Mullen guy, then I decided to live a little.
What's that mean?
You know, cut loose, raise hell, blow off steam.
And everything's better now, sir?
And this is what the policeman from your work called you. I got it. It's like a fictional police officer guy. Dick fucking Mullen. Yeah.
That's great, sir.
You know, nobody actually looks like that guy in the picture. That's just a stupid fantasy. It's not your body that's important in police work anyway. It's your point to your head.
Head? Yes.
No, it's your soul. Your blue soul.
Soul. That Mullen guy looks like a Hempel man who could respect that face. It's not even drawn correctly. He lacks soul.
I'm not sure I understand.
A policeman's gotta have the right stuff, an ingrained sense of the law. No one would follow a weakling like Mullen.
If you say so, sir. He's just a fictional character. He's no match for your soul. Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the books.
She's called Afraid of the Curse. What is romance?
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man.
You smiles at the thought, perhaps imagine yourself in a situation.
Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
What about when both of the men are bad? What about a book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at all?
I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
Yeah, you think she has one about an excruciatingly painful breakup?
I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though.
Where's the romance for men? No, think about it. One where they plunge into a torpid spiral of pain and recrimination. Only it's really long and drawn out. Scarred for life, phantom limb.
No, I don't know.
Does it ring a bell, or I'll ask your mom?
Yes, she knows books. Definitely.
What was that? An idea for an unfinished novel
Ooh.
stuck somewhere in your forebrain? You clearly have issues you need to address.
What about a poor man getting a rich lady?
It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something. Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end.
What about when both of the men are bad?
These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that.
Oh, is this meta? What if it's written really well?
Well, maybe then it's fine.
That's meta
maybe
for
if
sure.
the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting.
What about when everyone is poor? I'm
That's
poor,
really
I'm poor.
not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
Yeah, poor people are boring.
I guess, yes. People in books are always very interesting, especially the romance people.
That's enough romance for me. I had other questions.
Maybe some about other books?
Who are these famous people?
Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them.
It's a cold red intrigue that continues.
I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
And I will walk 1,000 miles. Reading those doesn't make the reader more famous, does it?
But it does make the famous people more famous.
These famous people sound like a bunch of dorks.
Annette's expression remains ever so helpful, but she doesn't say anything.
Never mind, I literally had nothing else to say.
Okay.
Alright, let's try the check, I guess.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
So we only succeed at this because of the +2, basically. Well, we need a +1, but... Hey, why do you keep your hands folded?
What do you mean, sir?
She knows where this is going.
You don't need to be worried, I'm here to help.
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest, a facade of true professionalism. He is far more intrigued by the situation than his poise reveals.
It's okay.
She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
You bite your nails.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded?
It's super simple for a detective such as myself.
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
Her eyes flash with defiance. She's not impressed.
She actually is impressed. This is more like a defensive reflex.
Want more? Bet I can figure out why you bite your nails. I got a few reasons in mind. This feels very personal. You think so? Fine, do better. To do something about me. This, like, if I was trying to, like, get her to open up, I will do
You're
this.
quite sober.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
Wait, how do you know I'm usually not?
Because you usually aren't.
I am also sad and my head hurts.
I'm sorry, sir. I hope things get better soon.
She knows.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar. Somehow.
What are you missing here? Why does this feel familiar?
Because you know each other. She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before.
Hang on, so you know me? We've met before?
Yes, I stand in this spot all the time. You've been running around all week without your shirt on, sir, apologizing to everyone. I don't really understand what you've done wrong.
So we have been there for a while. Did I ever talk to you?
Of course, you stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you.
I doubt that.
No, you don't have party eyes anymore.
Party eyes. Yes, of course. That makes sense.
Lieutenant slowly, ever so slowly realizes something.
I'm not surprised children have seen you running around with party eyes on, he thinks. Not at all.
Party eyes?
You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed. It certainly looks odd on a man.
The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what she meant. You were probably gurning too.
Gurning?
Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy.
What the electrochemistry? What the hell? It's the animal within you. The bee is longing to unleash, to indulge and enjoy it. Enables you to take drugs with few negative side effects. At high levels, electrochemistry makes you a man of unrestrained pleasure, an unrepentant Lothario who leers at people with a bottle of speed and a plastic bendy straw in either hand. But with a low electrochemistry, you'll be too innocent to be effective. Without working knowledge of drugs and sex, the city will be difficult to understand. Okay. Does that mean I've been partaking in narcotics?
Oh, baby, that's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing.
Electrochemistry sort of useful, bro. It's cool reading what these do and thinking like, man, it sounds like it's cool to do like a playthrough of almost anything here, basically.
Any bags?
No.
We.
Thank you so much, Lynn, for your subscription for 51 montherinos. Special shout out to Mikado, Minato, and Potato. Welcome back to the bag. And you're all for incredible emoji conies. Wee! How are you doing today? Oh, Alpha! Damn, we're getting all the dogs up here. Ah, 1, 2, 3. Oh. I think I have this game I was supposed to play, so I won't pay much attention. I am busy anyways. Yeah, no worries. I don't think this game is like super long. I think this is one of those games that's going to take like 85 hours or whatever, but maybe it is. Too much school and work and head spinning. Oh, that sucks. Hope you manage to get it all under control. Alfa. Vänta mig. Vill du upp I sänga lägga där? Och så kan jag ta dyna lite runt där. Här vill du upp här. Den är sån. Se på denna. Där ser platsen. Isn't this by the creators of Dishonored? I don't think so, but I mean it's possible. I guess I could see a little bit of like the Dishonored vibe in how the city is built at least, but I wouldn't say from the writing or anything I would feel Dishonored. Kaffe hus. Tack. Kan jag ta på business affär? Er det tannebesjenta? Er det tannebesjenta? Flink jente, Alfa. Hæ? Hun er flink jente. I can say with Deathloop. Oh yeah, Deathloop is another game I want to play for sure. Why did you tell me you knew me to begin with?
I didn't know I had to do that.
Thanks, I've learned something about myself today. Conclude.
I'm glad I could help you, sir.
Okay, bye. See you around, Annette. What a save. I don't know if the day advancing for me is bad, but it was made by communists from Estonia. Oh, that makes me mad. I hate communists. Oh, that makes me furious. Gift books, and molten candy.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Heimdall somewhere.
That's the stuff Kuno mentioned. Doorkeeper, tell me about the Muscle Man books.
Oh, Man from Heimdall. A very popular series of adventure novels. They're awfully immoral and violent books.
Oh, this is the lady from the phone when I called. A very popular series of, she looks at the book with some disdain. Why are they so popular?
Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do.
Sounds good. Which one should I start with?
What does it matter? They're all the same. However, the customer is always right, they say. If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Heimdall, the Man from Heimdall. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series.
Heimdall man, the man from Heimdall.
Rows and rows of Heimdall men blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Heimdall and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Heimdall, Return to Heimdall. And the solipsistic Man from Heimdall and the Heimdall Man.
Starting comic books be like, yeah, I got the Conan vibe as well. Or like Thor, I guess. But yeah, definitely Conan. Yarmdal is very like Norse though. Good God, how many are there?
Maybe 100. Man from Heimdall and the sages at the end of the world. Man from Heimdall and the false god. Man from Heimdall and the scorched earth. Man from Heimdall, the Heimdall colonies. Man from Heimdall and the swamp beast. Man from Heimdall and the snow crabs.
Is that all?
Not even close. Man from Heimdall in hell. Man from Heimdall and the forest of slaves. Man from Heimdall under the lake. Man from Heimdall, Heimdall burning. There's even the Trial of Death, a pastoral combat game book set in the world of Heimdall Man, and so much more.
I don't know if I want to try this pain threshold thing, because I've already... High levels pain threshold turns itself into seriously unhealthy way with full-on self-destructive behavior. With the low pain threshold, however, you will suffer too easily. Even a slap from a teenager will make you whine and complain. We can go back for this. I feel like my resources are a little bit limited right now, so I don't want to like waste them too much.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Storekeeper, what board games do you have here?
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure, or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinda, a very educational game for those interested in geography. Browbritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
Who are you going to play board games with? Do you have friends or family?
Do I have friends? Look at the lieutenant.
Are you actually friends? Or just colleagues thrown together by circumstance?
Yeah, kids, friends, chicks, I have all those.
Then you're a lucky man, officer. Children are the greatest of treasures.
You feel us with your pendant thinking?
For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 real.
Jesus Christ, lady. So what about all these viral things.
Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kind of things. Personally, I don't like it. Not at all. I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts. That they have rituals where they try to summon entities. Highly immoral stuff. You can still buy them, though.
This is the type of thing that you hear a lot about, right? It was like the Dungeons and Dragons scare and stuff, and then you think, oh, that's silly. But then I started playing tabletop games. This is literally what a lot of those people are like. I almost immediately they tried to induct me into some sort of like devil worshipping cult where they were sacrificing goats to summon the devil and stuff. It's kind of insane. Like, people think this is a joke, but it really isn't. Look through the pile of viral related items.
An endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium, 2nd edition.
2nd edition? Also pretending to be 6-year-old girls.
There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velkrag.
Now your sacrifice goes every Saturday and Sunday. Hello, son. Yes, indeed. But I'm not a devil worshipper. I just go along with it because it would be kind of awkward if I'm the only one not doing it, right?
Books in a board game section? Who wants to read books?
Anything that really catches my eye?
There's a box that says Wirral, 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements Module. The side panel notes, a fantastique adventure board game, new maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 real.
You worship Alceta and more, both which might as well be devils. Wait, no, Alceta and more are great deities. The people in this world probably love Alceta. The book collection National Receipts of Arda, they are all about lake trout. What's this right here? What is this?
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Examine the strange cage-like trinket.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
Shopkeeper, what's behind the curtains?
Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you, urging you to buy more books. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
I think I'm gonna play the guy that just waltz in wherever he wants, but also interesting observation is that these are all the boards are bordered in, right? It just has shelves in front of them. Almost like she's trying to hide this side of the store. I'll talk to her before I do anything crazy though.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over.
Sorry, what's all this crime fiction?
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out.
More Dick Mullen.
You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
Look through the display of books.
Crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Sure thing.
You see, Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the Murder in the Orchard. The Sordid Affair of Dick Mullen.
Hello, Mortis. You should put the dialogue volume to zero and read and VA everything yourself like a real pro. Well, that's the crazy thing about Disco Elysium, right? It's the fact that this game was voice acted after the release of the game. Like, it released, and then like 2 years later, whatever, or even longer, they released a new version that was fully voice acted. Oh, really? Yeah. I was actually thinking about that right now in my head. I was thinking about how accessible this game feels to me with the fact that everything's voice acted compared to how inaccessible it would be if everything wasn't voice acted. Imagine not playing it before full voice acting and then hearing about the VA update. A lot of people did. I watched Dropped Frames, right, which is like a Twitch-centric podcast with some Twitch streamers, and some people there, they talked about this game explicitly, like, oh yeah, I tried it on stream, it was kind of fun, but there's so much dialogue, there's just so much dialogue. And when they heard about the VA up there, like, oh, they were super hyped about it. And I was literally thinking about that while going through this, like, it was in my brain right now, like, damn, this game feels so accessible with the voice acting, and the voice acting is good in it too. It feels like some of it sounds almost a little bit like AI voice acting, but I feel like this was before that was a trend, so I don't think that's the case. But not like a bad way, just in like a generic way, I guess. Kind of like me throughout the entire playthrough, complaining about Pacific Drive not having a custom music option for the radio, and then they added it some time ago. Oh damn! Wait, so I can put my my summer car music into Pacific Drive now.
A killing is declared.
Hell yeah!
Dick Mullen in the murder house. The final case of Dick Mullen. An obvious lie. Dick Mullen in the clock tower. The ordeals of Dick Mullen. Dauntless Dick. Dick Mullen's funeral pyre. The murder of Dick Mullen.
With the copyrighted music option off, there's like 5 songs in the game. You get real sick of them after a while. Good music, but geez. I'll probably just play with the... Unless there's people have problems, I'll just play with the copyrighted music on, probably. The only game where I've turned that off is... Go-Go Town, and that's only because them explicitly told me that people were having big problems with it, like getting their votes claimed, essentially. But then even with the copyrighted music turned off, I was still getting my votes muted. Dick Mullen dies?
Oh no. Turns out he faked it to solve a case.
Are there any more?
Yes. There's also the dame who did it. Farewell, my Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series. The morbid tales of Dick Mullen. A dark tide turns. Tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death. And, of course, Dick Mullen, the murderer. In order to catch a murderer, Dick Mullen must become the murderer.
God, what was I just thinking about? Oh yeah, this game also has a copyright music thing where you can turn it off. So, I guess some music in this might be copyrighted. They made it on purpose. Narrator just wanted to say dick 10 times in a row.
Come on. This is not the way real police solve crimes. The real police are some 20 kilometers away, sitting in an armored motor carriage.
Come on, Chester. Tell the story again.
A bold man turns towards the lead man and pats him on the back.
Again? Man, I tell that one at least once a month. It's not that interesting.
The fuck it is. And these guys haven't heard it. You see, Chester here...
He pokes his finger on the lead man. Chester faked his own death once. They didn't read the rest of the thing.
Gosh, why?
One civilian looks on amazed. The bald man bellows a reply.
A very fucking dangerous case, ain't that right, Chester? They almost got you that time.
Yeah, sure came close. Alright, so I was tailing this guy called Francis the Shoe.
The inside of the motor car is just thick with cigarette smoke. Outside, it starts to rain.
After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen?
We gotta know, guys. Come on. It's a DC 10. We have a +2. We succeed on slightly. We need slightly more than average luck.
Your attempt to grasp at the answer fails. It seems very close by, pulsating just out of reach.
Leave. We'll never know who Dick Mullen is. It's a tome of fascist magic, rather candid. Fascist magic? A quaint picture book, brochure, very colorful.
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of famous people.
My favorite magic school.
You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
It's like it's the alternative universe where Tolkien lived in Germany. It's like instead of Gandalf the Grey, it's Gandalf the Fascist. Storekeeper, anything of note in this shelf?
I would say The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power.
Who or what is an innocence?
A very influential historical figure. But surely I don't have to tell you that. You're a law officer, and law officers have at least some education.
I prefer lesbomancy from Witcher 2. I think they're both good, honestly. I think they're both good schools of magic.
The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understanding of the innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and a shift in the tired order of things.
I thought it was about which of these innocences is the coolest and greatest.
Perhaps for a layman, deep analysis is necessary to peel back the multi-layered meanings.
Do her words seem vague and abstract to you?
So you recommend it?
Certainly. It's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society. Imagine the chaos we'd be in otherwise.
All good, ready to learn to the best indie ever made. You're gonna watch someone play Immortality? That's great. I love that game.
You feel like you should get this one. Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal inside.
Name it again. I said Immortality. What is my highest rated indie game, actually? But does Alan Wake count as an indie game? Oh, it would be Outer Wilds. If I don't know it and you think it's that good, that's gold to me. Does Nine Souls count as indie? Probably. Witcher 3? I have Outer Wilds at a 9.9, I have Immortality at a 9.6, I have Signalis at a 9.3, Yuppie Psycho at a 9.2. Then that for me, number one easily. I think Outer Wilds, like Outer Wilds and Immortality are two really great games that I think about a lot, so they make sense. I'm glad when my score list makes sense. But listen, guys, even if you said Alan Wake doesn't count, what if it did count, though? Outer Wilds also makes sense, it's pretty great. Outer Wilds for me is like the perfect game. Like, literally the perfect game. One of my favorite concepts in all games ever is the looping narrative. That's like my... All games that have that I've always loved. Like Majora's Mask, one of my favorite Zelda games as a kid growing up. I absolutely loved that game. But any games like that I just think are like super good. I would 100% love it, but my phobia, dude. Some parts of that game are awful. Like, shouldn't exist awful. But hey, if that's the price for if that's the price necessary for for the game to exist, then I know that's just how it has to be, I guess. So the Quantum Moon stuff, I was like, holy crap, this is so goddamn cool, yeah. Okay, so my Inland Empire brain told me to get this book. Inland Empire is like my way to see the dreams and stuff, right? I have a limited amount of money, but sure. I like Inland Empire. Inland Empire is one of my favorite ones, so I'm interested in that Greatest Innocence book.
A true cultural touchstone. Enjoy the read.
Look through the display of books.
Browsing through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant. It's all just vapid egoism. Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz, by one Cecilia Averbrook.
What's it about?
High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde mane graces the cover.
Still didn't try Outer Wilds. Outer Wilds is great. I love Outer Wilds. I mean, it's probably a bit of an acquired taste. Like, you have to like those types of games for sure. But if you do like those types of games, I absolutely love it.
Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star.
The Anti-Star.
He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other. Next to that, Revacholian radio personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front of a rundown drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' days.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. Do still browse, though, but not too long.
She understands she has erred against the customer and immediately corrects course.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your time. Time is commerce.
Is there a reason why you don't play Metroidvanias? I would love to see you play Nine Souls eventually. They're just like... I've enjoyed the vast majority of Metroidvania games that I've played. It's just that they feel very samey to me in a way. And that's not to say, like, I like Nine Souls is one I definitely want to check out because I've heard so much good stuff about it. Like, literally every person I've ever heard talk about it thinks it's really, really, really good. It's just like, they just feel a little bit samey, so... Even though Nine Souls is pretty linear Metroidvania, you can't really do stuff out of order. I mean, I think it's on my list, at least. Oh, it isn't. I can add it to the list. The story characters and world building is the forefront more than the exploration. Okay, that could be interesting then. But for me, it's one of those formulas where I feel like a lot of things are just very similar. So, and I'm not like the type of like gameplay you have in Metroidvania games is not necessarily like my favorite type of gameplay. So that's why that's why I don't play too many of them. Like, it feels like a lot, like I played a bunch of them, right? I played Hollow Knight, I played, like, stuff like Ori, and it's just a lot of, like, go to a place, oh, I can't go here yet, go get an ability, go to that place, get some more abilities, and I love those games. Ori and the Will of the Wisps are one of my favorite games ever, right? Super good game. So I'm not saying they're bad, it's just, I need to be, like, in a mood for them, you know? I need to be, like, you know, like a really, like, Metroidvania, kind of like halfway want to like turn my brain off a little bit, just kind of engage with the game. Did you play the Lost Crown? The Lost Crown game. Oh, the new Prince of Persia game? No, I haven't. I've heard it's really good though. I heard it's like really good. I did it with I don't really care too much. I just want to deflect stuff. I wasn't that big into Metroidvania at the time either, and it caught me super off guard. Yeah, I haven't played it. If it's like a Metroidvania or like a side-scrolling game, chances are I have not played it. Those are the games I played the least of by far. And like I said, not because I think they're bad. It's just like a vibe thing for me. I'd be interested in trying it though. The roguelike Prince of Persia. It's a new one for sure. It's like any other Metroidvania, a lot like Hollow Knight, but combat is insanely good and only gets better. Yeah, that's interesting. I'd be interested in like giving it a try too, for sure. The Lost Crown Prince. I'm just writing it down so I can put it on my list. I think it was made by the people who worked on Dead Cells. Interesting. I think the next game in roughly that genre I want to play, which I probably want to play this year, is Hades 1. I've not gotten around to play Hades 1 yet, and that's one of those games I wanted to play for a really long time. I'm kind of in like a vibe mode now, where I'm just playing whatever I'm vibing for. It's literally called the Rogue Prince of Persia. Okay, I don't know if I've heard about that. I played it this year, 2025. I really want to play. You played Hades this year? Is that what you mean? Oh, Hades 1. Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I kind of want to play it because Hades 2 is coming out, and like Hades is one of those games everyone was talking about. Everyone's like, "Oh, Hades." Feels like I just like missed the boat on that completely. I'm trying to pick up some games that I meant to play a while ago though. Like Disco Elysium is also one of these games that people talk about all the time. Where I'm just like, I haven't played it. I just haven't. But everyone I know is talking about it and like referencing it and stuff. So, and I gotta say, so far, so far, game seems really good. Like this is like a really solid game, especially with the voice acting. The writing so far has been very compelling, which is cool. Which is like exactly what you want in a type of game like this, right? And I'm also doing the RPG thing where I'm sitting here thinking like, damn, what if I did a different build, but I went for this instead, or that instead, or this instead, or had this, or like that, or what if I did this? What if I made a character like a really strong character, and I just went and beat people up? Same reason why I played the first game. Now I'm so interested in Hades 1 that I don't care about the second game that much anymore because I would see more from Hades 1. You know what I mean? Yeah, that makes sense. Not a similar experience, but more of the same. Yeah, I get exactly what you mean. Me indirectly influencing game choice. It's a very quiet game though, no music. There is music in the background, but maybe it's just really low. Can you guys not hear the music right now? I turned the music down a little bit because it was like really loud. But I can turn it up again. I turned it down because it was like really loud outside for some reason. I had to boost volume, but it's there. Oh. Hey, you see that? Isn't it so much louder now? Like... way louder now. Yeah, but that's the difference between, like we're taking it off one peg here, right? Like, this difference between this and that is like... Now it's... I think it's the pulse menu. Now it's louder here too, though. I don't know. It's weird. There's something weird with the music. Music. Yeah, but I'm saying, like, when Mottis asked me for music, I looked over at my OBS and it was like in the minus 55 decibel range, whatever that means. And then I went to put it up and it went up to like the 40 decibel range. And then I set up a little bit and it got like way louder. Like when you talk to people, no, it shouldn't be. Like let's do the difference between this and this. Oh, now they're the same. Weird. We can have it up a little bit though. It's the same now. Weird, yeah. I was just looking at the like thing in OBS. What's going on with this game? I've had some technical issues with it, so. It was so early, I genuinely thought there was no music. Yeah, I reinstalled Windows 11, so I've had some like microphone issues. I'm like worried about my microphone volume. So a lot of my settings are different too, so.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Endaline, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
Look at the map of Endaline.
This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another, far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme.
What else?
Ozon, Laurentide, Fas Alamer, Archipelagos, North Arcade Islands, all just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou. In a bookstore, it's you.
Went first. Can you see cities on the islands?
You can. On Caillou, Revachol, a single black star. On Ozon, Fondelier, and Vilmandu. On archipelagos, Croyan Moran, Villiers. On Seminine, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas. Lost little pearls of light, tiny fires in the dark. The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Windy is the north azimuth. Grad is the northeast azimuth. Samara is the east azimuth. Seo is the west azimuth. Isolas, they're called. Connections to other worlds. Words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there. You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods, but looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent.
Impossible.
Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you, and very, very far away.
Now this would have been a fun one to be able to succeed at, but you probably need to like build a character specifically for this, get a bunch of items, and then get lucky on top of it. This Elysium lore, yeah, like this is hard to pay attention to, but
Perhaps they are gods. Gods of distance and outer dust.
look at the map of Rivachol.
The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Rivachol East.
And west of the river?
Houdon. It's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forberg. It's almost as bad, and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst. It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is, north of Jamrock, the strip of coast next to the Greater Rivachol Industrial Harbour. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest. No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world. You're still alive.
Look at the map of the Martinez.
It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48. Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead. You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbor, even the whirling in rags there.
Storekeeper, can I buy these maps?
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them.
I should have build where we just a smitten. We just have like we just go full like I guess conceptualization would be good for the smitten. And rhetoric probably. And then just strength. I don't even know what build that would be, but
They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
why is the one of Martinez so cheap?
That old thing. It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
What happened to them?
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going.
Steal
It'd
it?
be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
I want to buy the map of Martinez.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
Do I have an actual real-life map now? Use an interactive book in order to inspect the book. This dusty tome brings knowledge on the history of innocence. It is written by one João Paulo Salomão Lopes de Fego, a masked fascist who tries to reach a conclusion on which of the innocences is the coolest in the world.
The Greatest Innocence by João Paulo Salomão Lopes de Fuego. The book is large and heavy.
Crack open this immense tome.
Browsing through the various chapters, you try your best to understand the ceaseless overflow, the sprawl of names, dates, places, events historical. Most of it ends up as a twisted mass of facts inside your brain.
Just empty of the map. Yeah, okay.
Your educational survey is done. Did you catch any of that? No. Oh well, it's pop quiz time. Let's see what you've learned. This might take a few minutes.